Hey guys, so right now what I'm doing is I'm going to drain the oil and try and get the starter out. Also disconnect the motor mounts, maybe cut the exhaust out, and get the drive shaft out. I'm actually under the car. It's kind of a new shot. I drained the oil already, and I'm going to put the oil pan bolt back in. I'm going to try and pull the drive shaft out next. So here's one of the motor mounts. Now underneath, see that blue frame piece there, right about there, is a stud that goes through this bottom bracket on the motor mount. To take the motor mount out, if you're going to take the motor out, just unbolt the bolt on the bottom, well, excuse me, the nut on the bottom, and then the motor mount will actually come out with the motor. So that's what I'm doing, because it's too much of a pain in the butt to get the wrench or ratchet in there on the bolts while everything else is in place. So I'll take them off after. Actually, I'll probably just leave them on. Well, I don't know. It depends on if the new ones come with bolts or not, if I take them off. So the next thing I'm going to try and do is get my drive shaft out. You can see I've got the back jacked up here and ready to go almost. Well, as you can see, I got the drive shaft out. All 4 bolts were not really that big of a fight. The drive shaft itself was stuck in there really good on the axle end. It was rusted to it, so what I did was I took the floor jack and applied a little bit of pressure, not enough to hurt anything, and tapped on it. So I got that to break free. And you can see that it is now out of the car. The car is still up in the air. And I'm going to try and cut the exhaust off, I think. I have about an hour before I have to go get ready for work. At least get the catback stuff off. And we'll see how far we get. So this is the original catback system that was on the car. It looks pretty original anyway. All the joints are welded up nicely, and it definitely has Ford imprinted all over the place on it, especially on the muffler. So my guess is it's all an original system. Doesn't look like it's ever been replaced. Maybe repaired at one point in time, but definitely looks original to me. So this is the underside of the car. Drive shaft is out, muffler is out. You can see all my fuel lines are really rotted, so I need to track those down and see if I can replace them. There's just a lot of heavy surface rust really under here. You can see where I cut the exhaust right at the Y pipe, because I don't want to destroy the Y pipe in case I reuse it. I don't think I'm going to, but just in case, I don't want to destroy it. But really, again, back to the rust issue, it's all really just heavy surface rust, so I'm planning on getting a sandblaster, taking a gas tank and maybe the rear axle out, sandblasting it all, and going over it with some POR 15 and then painting it black to keep it nice. So you can see there's the tail shaft of the tranny, it's a Y pipe, some more rust on the floorboard. There's nothing through on the car yet, so it's definitely fixable. That is where the automatic shifter sits. So the hole is already there for the 5-speed shifter, I believe. I'll have to, when I tear the interior apart, and look some more. It should just be a bolt-in thing. This is the e-brake assembly. Here is the cable that comes from the shifter inside, and it pulls back on these 2 cables, causing the brakes or the emergency brake to engage. Quite a bit accomplished today. I got the exhaust out, the drive shaft out, got the oil drained out of the engine. Gonna have to do tomorrow. I'm gonna get the oil drained out of the transmission, try and unbolt the cross member, take off all the tranny harness and linkage, unbolt the shifter and anything else I have to do, and then the motor should be ready to come out.